my god, I wish you could see the voice memos. It's like note 8 4 1 2 3. Like I'm just like in the bathroom like like I'll be taking a shower dead ass. I'll be like and I'll be thinking of something and like my hand will reach out and like my phone's getting wet and I'm like and they all sound like shit too. It's not like beautiful like voice memos, like, you know, some artists will be like, oh, they'll post on Instagram, like, my voice memo from like when I first wrote this song. Like, I could never do that because I'm like, like, this is so trash.
Hi, I'm Jon ALi, and we're on track today with Bronze Avery.
Oh my god!
Hi, babe.
Hi, how are you? I feel like you need another hug.
Yes. Reunited and feels so good.
It's been like, what, a year?
We met each other a year ago here.
IRL, literally here in this apartment, in this space.
How is LA treating you so far?
It's so good. It was actually really cold for a long time, which made me really mad. But it feels really amazing. I've gotten to meet so many people here, which is like, I feel like the move was the right choice.
Yeah, it feels like you naturally fit here.
Yeah, because I was in Orlando before and I loved it, but like the creative community was not the same as it is like out here. So
did you grow up in Orlando?
Kind of, yeah. So I was born in Orlando, but I'm like a military kid. So like I moved all around the US in like a big circle, and then I ended up back in Orlando for like secondary school and college, and I just essentially, I like grew up there.
Were you guys moving a lot because of your parents?
Yeah, well my dad was in the military, so he was like a Navy, now he's a Navy captain. So we just kind of like moved to like DC, Virginia, Seattle, like just a whole bunch of different places.
And are you are you a single child?
No, I have a sister.
You have a sister?
She's like 4 years younger.
Younger?
And she sings too. Oh. But she's not like doing an artist project or anything, but she's just like a really good singer.
She's like, I'm a really good singer, but it's like low key.
It's like so low key. She's singing at church, killing it, doing that. Like she's amazing.
And about your mom, what does she do? She
is like a stay-at-home mom, and she's also amazing. So technically my parents are divorced, so I grew up with my mom and my sister. Okay. And my mom and sister are like my everything. Oh. So my mom taught me like everything I know about being like a good person and a strong ass bitch.
Okay. And then your dad was like always just like traveling?
He was always traveling, but now he's like in DC and it's just kind of like planted there.
Okay. And do you guys visit often?
I honestly never visit DC. It's just too cold. There's no beach. I'm not there for it. Like I need even though I don't go to the beach, I need the state to have a beach that I can go to. Yeah. To like feel the illusion, I guess.
No, yeah. I mean that's why you're here, right?
Literally. Still like haven't really gone to the beach that much, but whatever.
And when you were growing up, who was like maybe the person who influenced you, like music-wise or creative-wise?
It's so funny, like nobody in my family, like besides my sister who I taught to sing, did music. Like literally nobody. So like I don't know, I guess the way I found out about music was I went to like a private school, and my best friend, she was like, yo, you need to check out this song. It's track number 5 on Gwen Stefani's album, Lamb. So I went on AOL Music, like deadass, AOL Music, and I listened to Bubble Pop Electric, and it like, my life was changed forever.
Remember when they would have those premieres, AOL Music? Like, first listen.
Yeah. Literally, yes, and you could listen to like a little 30-second preview of the song before you like purchased it. Yes. What a time. But yeah, so that's how I got started into like, I was like, what is pop music? Like, what is this? And I started like digging and like going on forums and blogs, and then I found the Pussycat Dolls, and that changed everything. Then I started becoming like a performer, honey.
Like, I love all these fierce women. They're dancing, they're singing, they're doing it all. I need to be like them.
Yeah, and I didn't even know that like people didn't write their own songs. Like, I just thought that like if you were singing it, like who else was writing it?
Like they created it.
Yeah, so then I started doing that too. I was like, oh, I want music. So I just started like writing it, trying to like make music like on my computer as like a 10-year-old, like trying to like learn how to produce, not even knowing what it is or what it entails. But yeah, I was just really inspired by like seeing all those like girls do it. So I was like, I want this too. Yeah.
And I know that you're like a big fan of Girlicious, like I am.
Oh my god. I honestly think those like reality TV shows changed my life. Like making the band Girlicious. Search of the Yes. All those shows, like, I feel like it's like in my calling one day to like create a girl group because of how much I like watched those shows.
Well, you should make like a little gay boy group.
I've been thinking like there's no gay boy group, and like why is there not?
Yeah, I feel like with all the people that you know here in LA, like why not just make it happen?
There's so much talent. Yes, I should start developing it now. I should create a name. Just like slowly cast people like one by one. Like I think you'd be good to be in a group.
But no, like talking back to like Girlicious and stuff, like those kind of girl groups like were giving us like pure pop, and it was
Pure
like,
pop.
unapologetic about it.
You had to dance.
And you had to dance.
You had to like these girls are not dancing anymore.
Yeah.
Where are the dancers?
Yeah, and that's something you always infuse in all your music, I feel like. And
yeah.
I also feel like that's another part of like what you're bringing to the table that is also very natural to you.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you're giving us fun, good dance music that's fitting like not necessarily any type of pop genre. It's like if you wanted to categorize it into one thing, it's pop, but it doesn't necessarily fit into just that one thing.
Right, and I wasn't always like dancing in the beginning. Like I was just kind of singing, and I was like, you know what? Like I really can dance because I'm not trained or anything. So I was like, why am I not like really digging into this and like really like creating choreo and doing stuff like that? And it feels so fun. That's what I feel like people started really like connecting with it because like it's just so much more entertaining. It's a performance at the end of the day, no matter what it is.
And you put out your first song 2017.
Yes. Oh, that was such a great time. Like before it is.
But like talk to me to that process, like getting it, making sure like this is the song I want to put out first. This is how I want to put it out there, present myself and put it out there. Like how was all that, like doing it by yourself?
So before Bronze Avery existed, there was a man called Gabriel Brown, who is also me. And I was releasing music under like my real birth name like for a long time. And there's so many Gabriel Browns, so I was just getting lost in the shuffle. Like when people would start playing music, it would just be like a really weird Michael Jackson cover. Okay. And I was like, no, this can't happen. Yeah. So then Bronze Avery was created so I could really separate myself, and that was in 2017. And the first single was Leave Together, but it was actually like maybe the third or so song I wrote for Bronze Avery. And once I wrote Leave Together, I was like, this is the one that's coming out. Yeah. For sure. It feels current. I know people are going to connect with it. It's everything I love about pop music. Like, I just went for it. But yeah, it wasn't like a super long process after I created it. It was maybe like 2 or 3 months. I was like, this is the one, we're going for it. Yeah. And
it kind of like, it's been like a spiral effect after that.
And every release has just been better and better and better. And I feel like I know myself better each time I put out music. It's crazy. Like, I'll put out a song, and then like I'll be like, wow, like I didn't even know that about myself, or I didn't even know, like I feel like I'm finding my sound and getting more concrete in it every single time.
Yeah, and I mean I feel like it's a really brave thing that to do to put yourself out there in that way, especially music creatively when you're writing it, you're in the production of it, you're like behind the visuals, like all of that. You're putting yourself.
Oh hell yeah! It makes it scary too because it's like if somebody doesn't like it, it's like I was involved in every process of it. So I can just be like, oh, like they didn't like the beat, like sorry, like that was somebody else. It's like I'm there too. You know what I mean? Like I have a hand in all of it. But that's what also makes it really rewarding is when I get compliments or like people like really relate to it. I'm like, wow, like I had every part to do with this. Yes. So it like has its like pros and cons.
I also like that with all your visuals, a lot of the time it's monochromatic, especially more so in the beginning. Was that like a conscious decision where like, this is how it's going to be?
Kind of. So it started off with like, I was like, I want to do like a different color for each one. Okay. And then it just slowly became my actual style. I don't know why. I just feel like maybe I love bold colors, but I don't really like mixing bold colors. I just feel like it looks too crazy. So I'm like, well, what if I just do like one? And like that just became like honestly my style. It's so crazy. Like I just go toward a monochromatic look every time.
It works though. It works, and I feel like you pull it off really well. I mean, I first discovered you through Secrets.
Really?
Which was I think 2018, right?
Yeah, 2018.
Yeah, that was the first song I heard of yours. But I feel like I had seen like with the stuff that you had released prior. But I hadn't fully like indulged yet. I was like,
it takes some time.
Yeah, but when I found you, I was like, I feel like Secrets was like, okay, I think that was like the one where I was like, I see everything that you're doing, and I get it, and I'm into it. Let's find out a little bit more about this.
That's so good to hear because that's how I felt about Secrets. I was like, this is definitely the weirdest one of them all, but I was like, I feel like this is the most unique, and I was like, I haven't heard anything like this before, and I felt like the most proud when I released it. Yeah. I was like, this isn't copying anything, this isn't like a trend, this is just like what I hear in my head.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And how do you naturally like start a song process? Like, are you just starting based off melody? Or are you starting with a lyric?
It is melodies first all day.
Okay.
Like lyrics always come second to me, but just melodies all day for real. Yeah. No matter if I'm like producing something or if I'm like doing, like, writing a song, or even if I'm in a session, like, I'll always try to, like, get the melody out, because I think that's what sticks with people.
Okay.
It's so amazing to see. I feel like lyrics are kind of like the nice hug and surprise for songs, especially pop music, because a lot of times people, like, will sing songs on the radio and they don't even know the words at all. And then once they find them out, they love it. But to get them hooked, it's gotta have a good melody.
Yeah, it starts with the melody. That's because that's the first thing you remember after hearing the song. And then later on, maybe you dive into the lyrics and you figure everything else out. Yeah.
That's how it works for me.
Yeah.
Some people write, like, really crazy lyrics, and like that's what hooks people in. But I don't know, melodies are just how I fell in love with music in general.
Yeah. And then is that your process for always? Like, are you like saving voice memos of memory? Like,
oh my god, I wish you could see the voice memos. It's like note 8 4 1 2 3. Like, I'm just like in the bathroom, like like I'll be taking a shower dead ass. I'll be like, and I'll be thinking of something, and like my hand will reach out, and like my phone's getting wet, and I'm like, and they all sound like shit too. It's not like beautiful like voice memos. Like, you know, some artists will be like, oh, they'll post on Instagram like, my voice memo from like when I first wrote this song. Like, I could never do that because I'm like, like, this is so trash. But I know it. I'm like, when I'm going back to like actually make it.
I was gonna do that second question. Like, do you remember what your idea was? And you
but
go back
sometimes
to it?
I don't, and sometimes I'm like, damn. Next time, like, you really need to like sing this clearly. It's so a mess, but that's how it is. That's
just release like anytime you release like a single, just release like the B side, and it's just like the voice memo.
It's just
going
like a swipe. It'll be like swipe to hear the truth.
Yeah, that's amazing. But that's a lot of the reason why I think I love everything that you're doing is because you are 100% behind it, and I think a lot of people don't realize that because these days things just come out like so fast.
They really don't. I think a lot of people have this like illusion that I have this like team that's doing shit for me, and I just want to be like, I wish. Like, who else is gonna do it? That's how I feel like almost like 1,000,000% of the time.
So what comes with that is obviously you do get to kind of like build it on your own and make it the way you want it to be, but there's also that other side that, like you just said, like people don't know. Just how's that been?
I'm trying to start educating people as much as I can, like even if it's like sending a tweet out or like in the captions about like who's doing it, what part of the process I was involved in, because I do think that's like, I mean, even from my point of view, when I see artists and they're like, oh, I did this or I did this, I'm like always so inspired by that. Because I just think I want people to see me and be like, oh, well, if he can do this on his own, like I can do it too. Like, I wish I could go back in time to tell myself, like, wow, like you don't have to wait on anyone to do X, Y, Z. Like, you could have just started doing this on your own. And I want people to feel confident that they can do it too. Yeah,
and you also want to like be able to get the credit.
Yeah.
And know that like this is authentically coming from me. This is not like a machine being built. Like this is like 100% me. 100% me. So get up. It's spilling out of you.
You would not believe the amount of times I say spilling out now that it's out. Oh my gosh.
I want to tell you though, because that like double feature release is, I feel like the music that you've released up to prior, those two songs encompass just like how much growth you've had over the last.
Agree.
And anybody else has become my favorite song of yours.
Thank you.
So good. And then the two video story with Want You into, I mean, so good. So good.
Yeah, that was the first release where I felt super confident in my ability to do it on my own, because up to that point I was working with my friend who I'm still love and work with, Micah, who had produced like pretty much all of the songs up until that release. And Spilling Out specifically was the first song where I felt inspired to kind of like just break out and start doing more, like I'd been producing it, I just had been so afraid to like show people that I can do it. And that was the first song where I was like, wow, like I have the power to really just like make this happen on my own. So anybody else I like completely produced by myself, and Spilling Out was produced by my friend Michael Salerno, who's amazing, and I did like the vocal production on that. But I don't know, I just felt so confident. I was like, I don't need to go into studio to do this. Like I mean, everything I recorded was like right here in this kitchen. Like it was just like no crazy setup. Like I just did it all myself, and I felt so proud of that release.
And was there a reason you put those two songs together, or was it just like, these are done, I'm really happy with them, let's just put them out?
It started off where actually Anybody Else was only a minute and a half long. Okay. It was like a really short, it was just the first verse and the chorus. And I wanted to do like a short little EP of like 5 similar songs to that.
Okay.
But that was the only one of like the 10 or so songs I had that I felt like was really solid. So I was like, okay, I have this really solid song, but I don't really want to like put it out by itself. Like I feel like it needs something else. And Spilling Out was like another song that I had like been working on that I also felt really confident in. And I realized that I was like, I can't put them both out, you know, together. They sound so different.
Yeah.
And then I was like, wait, that's so the point. Like, I love them both and they're so different. Like, I want to show everyone both sides of me. Like, I'm not just Anybody Else and I'm not just Spilling Out. I'm literally both of them.
Both. And the visual process for the Want To into Anybody Else, that seemed like also natural when you just see it, but was that like the original?
It was not the original idea.
Okay.
It's when I started thinking about the video concept for Anybody Else, it was a completely different video where I was going to be like hanging out of a car and shit. But, so then we started, me and my friend Sean and Joe, we started talking about the concept and we developed it and we were like, who's the love interest going to be? And I was like, it's gonna be Christian. Because I just think it's so weird to see pop stars have a different love interest in every video. Like, what, you have 13 boyfriends? What is the story? So I'm like, it's more realistic to really have a consistent love interest, at least for like a little bit. At least it makes sense for me to do that. And I don't think he'll be in the next one because, you know, Anybody Else is kind of like that breakup bop. But it was cute for the time.
You left it so like, this is the end of this story.
That's the end of the story. He's probably sad. Probably Christian.
I'm sure he's fine. He's fine. But visuals, I feel like you've been really like blossoming in that area. And are you like now like just wanting to like explore it more and just have more fun?
Yeah, with it? It's so crazy because I really don't like shoot a lot. Like I don't really. I only shoot with my boyfriend Jesse. Like that's really it. Or I'll shoot like primarily just on like disposable cameras.
Yeah.
Like that's it for me. I don't know. I just don't really like reach out to photographers that much. They also don't really reach out to me that much. So I just kind of do it myself, which I feel confident in because I like love the way like the disposable film looks like when I post it, and that's actually how the last cover was. It was like on film. So I don't know. It just has a great quality, and I want to do more visuals. I think people are so visually oriented nowadays, which can sometimes be frustrating because as a musician, it's like we have to like make music, write the song, create a visual for every single thing that we're doing. But it also like stretches me out a little bit and stretches me out. It stretches me out a little bit and can't talk to a gay. It makes me want to like do more and more and more.
This is PG.
PG.
What is the plan? What is the next move for you?
So actually this Thursday I'm putting out a new single called Never Be You, and I am announcing it today. So like right after this. Exclusive. Like you heard it here first, but if you're watching this, you probably heard it after. But yeah, it comes out this Thursday, and it is like my favorite one that I've done yet. It's like a combination of both of the songs, like Spilling Out. It's like the energy from both. It has like the up-tempo feeling from Spilling Out, but it has like that retro 80s like nostalgic feeling from Anybody Else, which I'm like so excited, so
What's
excited
it called?
about. It's called Never Be You.
Never Be You. Okay.
It's a little bitchy bop.
Oh, bitchy bop, I like that.
It's like about, honestly it's bitchy, but it's actually a song, like, it's bitchy to myself. So like the song is really about like, it's kind of about independence and like, the main lyric is if I need somebody, it'll never be you. But who I'm really talking to is like an old version of myself that like had a lot of doubt and insecurity about who I was, what I was doing with my art and my music, about how I feel about my interpersonal relationships, just about my like body image. It's just like if I need somebody, it's not going to be this old version of me, this old past version. It'll never be that person. So it's like a lot of people you can like relate it to like a breakup or a relationship or like a parent or like a bad friend or just anyone you don't like, but it really is like a RIP to the old me who like really like was holding me back.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, me too.
Is it a song that you've had like in your like back pocket for a while, or is it just like I just got
almost like literally almost 4 years? So I started working. I know it's crazy. I started working on it like in 2015. My friend came over and he was like, hey, or I came over to my friend's place. He's like, I'm doing a project for school. Like, I just need to like write a song. So I basically like did it all. And then he was like, okay, well, this is just yours now.
Yeah.
Like, this is your song. Like, you produced it, you're writing it, like, you keep it. So I just didn't really have the production chops as I do now. So I just kind of, it sat like in a demo on my computer, then I just could never get it out of my head. I just loved it. I was like, I know this is good. So then I got together with my friend Micah, and we like he came to LA, and we worked on it together, and I just loved it so much. We sat in the studio, and we got a little high, and we listened to it, I kid you not, like 10 times after we did it, which I've never done that in a session.
Okay.
Typically it's like, all right, bye, like, get the balance in a week. But like, we just kept listening to it over and over, and he's like, there is something so special about this. It just feels cool. So then he got his laptop stolen, and all the files were deleted, I kid you not. So then I was like feeling kind of sad about it, and that's kind of how like Split came about.
Oh my god.
Because that was going to be the next one. So I was like, well, I feel sad, like, what am I going to do? And I was like, I'm going to do it myself. So I like re-recorded all my vocals, and then I was like, hey, like, I retracked all the vocals, like, do you mind, like, can you redo this? And he was like, yeah, of course. So he redid it, and it was like even better.
Wow.
And here it is today.
What a journey.
It's been on a journey.
That song has been through it.
That one, it's like, it's like my favorite song because it just has so much history. And like, it's been with me through like so many different places.
And now it's ready. It's like, I've been through enough, and I'm ready to be out.
Yeah. It's yelling at me like, Bronze, like, I'm trying to come out.
Well, that's exciting.
I'm so excited for it.
And you just decided to just, like, this is going to be the week.
This is gonna be the week. I decided like maybe a week and a half ago that this was the right time.
Okay.
But I knew this was like coming. I just needed to pick like the date.
Okay.
So I gotta start like promoting hard.
Yeah. But like, also promo it and just like let it live and breathe.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like, I know like in this music climate right now, everyone feels like they have to put stuff out all the time. But I also like miss the days when like sometimes like the songs lived for like 5 months.
This is the last one for a little bit, and then I'm
Okay.
gonna go into a little like hibernation writing little moment.
Ooh.
And like hopefully come out with like a whole bunch of songs.
Oh, like a project.
I really want to do a project. Like,
Okay.
I think it's due time. I've had so many singles at this point.
No, yeah, you've been for the most part just like a singles type of
I'm a singles
artist.
girl.
Singles
what can I
girl,
say?
yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. But like a full project would be dope for you to like put out with it.
And I just waited because I never wanted it to just be like a conglomerate of like songs, like just like a whole like mix up of songs together.
Yeah.
I always wanted it to feel like a huge like cohesive sound.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm really serious about it. If I'm gonna do a project, it's gonna be correct, and
Yes.
it's gonna be like a whole thing. Because like, you know, albums don't really like exist the way they used to.
Yeah.
They're just kind of like a whole bunch of songs put together, and I don't like that.
Yeah, you don't need like a greatest hits. Like you need like you want.
Right.
Yeah.
I would just do a greatest hits.
Yeah.
I would just make a playlist. It's like Bronze Avery's greatest hits. If that was the case.
Just put it all together and call it an album.
Right. Exactly. But no, I'm gonna like hibernate this summer and like work with this like producer who's really amazing and just like knock out a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah. And are you gonna keep it just like you and a producer, or?
I'm really trying. His name is Connor Angels, and he's like really amazing. And nothing that we've done together has come out yet.
Okay.
But I'm really hoping that we can like create a really cool sound and just like
Okay.
make a whole bunch of stuff together.
Oh, I like
Who
that.
knows?
I
You
like
never
that,
know.
like, I like that you're keeping it just like just one, 2 people. Like,
I feel like that combo just works out so well.
have you written with other people?
I've written with Emily Vaughn, who's like my best friend.
Yes.
I love her so much. And I've written with Micah. He writes with me as well. And that's pretty much it in terms of co-writers. I'm trying to think of any other co-writers, and I don't really have any. It's
No,
like
it's just
destiny.
No, I like that. I mean, that just shows just the vast of like that you're able to do that. You don't need to have like other people chime in. But is that something you're like wanting to explore later on?
It's interesting. It's like when it comes to my stuff, I feel so like in a sense protective over it. Like I really like would just want to write it on my own. But I want to write for other people's stuff so much more. Like,
ooh,
I want to be like a writer for other people.
Yeah.
Like, a lot more.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I'm so good in terms of collaboration. Like I'm really good at like funneling ideas and coming up with melodies. So I just feel like, call me up for your next session, girlies.
Yeah. I'll jump in the sesh.
Yeah.
So that's exciting. You got the single coming out. You have plans on working on a full-length project.
A full-length project.
And then...
And it's being hot.
Yes. there's no limits.
No limits. I'm doing it all.
Well, that's amazing. No, but honestly, I love and respect everything that you're doing, and you are representing not just yourself as like a queer musician, but you're also kind of representing for a lot of people out there who don't maybe feel like they can do exactly what you are doing.
Literally, there is like, not just in like queer pop music, like just in pop music in general, there are just no black males doing it. Like not even queer ones. Like there's like, I can't even think at the top of my head like a black male doing pop music.
Yeah.
Maybe Jason Derulo. Not really. You know what I mean? Like, there's just no representation in this field. I don't know why that is. So I'm here to change that.
Yeah. No, it's like most of the time when you hear a black singer on the radio that's a male, it's like it's mostly very R&B driven, and that's kind of like the box that they put.
And I think the reason is because the industry is like placing them in a box, like forcing them to go that way. And I just won't. Like I love R&B music, but that's just not what I make.
Yeah.
It's all pop.
Yeah. No, then that's 100% what you should keep doing. Just do what's natural to you, and it seems like that's what's working. You've gotten this far. There's no stopping.
There's literally no stopping this train.
Yeah, don't stop.
We
need Bronze.
We need me. So ridiculous.
No, but seriously, thank you for sitting down and talking with me.
Thank you for chatting with me.
You're
amazing. So comfy. I love being here.
Get ready for all the music, all the tea.
All the
self-made, honey. Self-made billionaire. Fuck you, Kylie.
A true self-made.
Don't come for me. Collaborate with me. Put makeup
we
on
love
my
you,
face.
Kylie. Actually, come hit me up, please.
But yes. Bye.
The longest hug ever.
If I need somebody, if I need somebody, oh, if I need somebody, it'll never be you. If I need somebody, if I need somebody, oh, if I need somebody, it'll never